She walked into the showroom, and everyone noticed. Evelyn Carter, young, confident, and sharp as a knife, had that kind of presence that made people stop and stare. She moved like she owned the place, heels clicking against the polished floor, eyes scanning every car. Then she saw it, a rusty old Dodge Charger parked off to the side, nowhere near the shiny, perfect cars around it. Her lips curled into a small, mocking smile. "Who drives this thing?" she asked, loud enough for the nearby mechanics to hear. A few chuckled nervously. "That's Jake's, ma'am," one finally said. Evelyn stepped closer, curiosity mixed with amusement. The paint was faded, the fenders dented, the kind of car most people would ignore. "You actually drive this?" she asked, her tone half teasing, half disgusted. Jake looked up from his work. He didn't flinch. He didn't laugh. He just met her gaze with steady, calm eyes. "Yes, ma'am. Every part of it is mine," he said simply. The words hung in the air, quiet but firm. A few employees tried to stifle their snickers, but Evelyn stopped herself. There was something different about him. No arrogance, no excuses, just confidence in his own work. She stepped even closer, scanning the old Charger. "It's unique. But this is a luxury showroom, not a junkyard," she said. Jake leaned on the car, wiping his hands. "Understood, ma'am. But it still gets me here on time. Can't say that about most of the new ones." A few mechanics laughed quietly. Evelyn's lips twitched. She wasn't used to anyone answering her back without fear. Yet somehow, it wasn't disrespect. It was honesty. As she turned to leave, she couldn't help it. Her eyes kept sneaking back to him. From her office window, she watched him work quietly, focused, completely unaffected by her earlier mockery. Curiosity tugged at her. She didn't understand why, but she couldn't stop watching. She thought it was just an old, rusty car. But then she heard it roar, and everything changed. Jake was in the service bay, quietly working on a brand-new luxury car. Around him, younger mechanics whispered, laughed, and doubted, but he didn't care. Every move he made was precise. Every bolt, every sound, showed his skill and patience. He didn't rush. He didn't need to. Then he walked over to his Charger. Sliding into the driver's seat, he turned the key. The engine erupted with a deep, powerful growl. It wasn't polished like the showroom cars. It wasn't perfect. But it was alive. The sound rolled across the lot, vibrating through the glass walls. Even the luxury cars seemed to shiver. Evelyn stopped mid-step, frozen at her office window. The sound wasn't just loud, it had heart, soul, and life. She had mocked him hours ago, but now something shifted inside her. She couldn't look away. She felt drawn to it, curious, even a little shaken. The Charger rumbled steadily, strong and untamed. Everyone went quiet, watching. Evelyn felt it echo inside her chest. Respect replaced mockery. Fascination replaced doubt. And she realized, she hadn't expected to feel this way at all. The roar of the Charger wasn't just a sound, it was a statement. Evelyn couldn't look away, feeling something stirring inside her that she didn't understand. She had laughed at him earlier, thinking he was just a mechanic with a rusty old car. But now, she couldn't stop looking. The Charger's roar filled the lot, rough, powerful, alive. Compared to it, the shiny luxury cars seemed cold and empty. Jake worked slowly, every move precise, calm, and confident. He didn't rush. Every turn of the wrench, every adjustment showed skill and patience, the kind that comes from years of doing things the right way. Evelyn watched him closely. She realized something. Effort mattered more than polish. A perfect car could look nice, but it could never have heart. The Charger had heart, and so did the man who built it. When Jake finished, he packed up his tools and walked outside. That's when Evelyn saw it, his daughter, a little girl with a sketchbook, waiting for him by the car. She waved excitedly, her smile wide and trusting. In that moment, he wasn't just a mechanic. He was a father, a man with love and responsibility beyond the workshop. Jake lifted her into the car and started the Charger. The engine growled again, deep and alive. Evelyn stayed at the window, frozen. She had thought she knew him, but now she saw a side of him she never expected. A life, a heart, something real. The Charger disappeared down the street, its roar echoing through the lot. Evelyn remained at the window, her eyes fixed on him, feeling a mix of curiosity and admiration she couldn't ignore. The Charger roared again, low and strong, shaking the quiet showroom lot. Even the shiny luxury cars seemed to notice, their alarms chirping softly. Everyone stopped and stared, impressed. No one expected this old car to feel so alive. Jake looked at his daughter, her small hands on the wheel, eyes wide with excitement. "It's not about being perfect," he said gently. "It's about heart, strength, and history. You care for it, and it gives everything back." Leia nodded, smiling, feeling the pride and love Jake put into the car. She didn't need to understand all the mechanics to know it was special. Evelyn watched from her office, quietly, feeling something she hadn't felt in a long time. She had built a showroom full of perfect, shiny cars, but none of them had this soul. None of them made her feel this alive. They arrive at a secluded overlook. The city sprawls below, glittering like scattered gems. Neither speaks, yet the silence is filled with understanding. In that quiet moment, Evelyn feels the weight of a lesson she never knew she needed. The hum of the engine fades into the night. She gazes at the lights below, wondering if she's finally ready to see the world, and herself, differently. The night was quiet, the city lights twinkling far below. Evelyn looked at Jake, her voice soft but honest. "I've been chasing the perfect life, the perfect image, the perfect everything. And all this time, I forgot what really matters." Jake didn't say a word. He just listened, letting her speak, calm and steady like the car that had brought them here. Evelyn studied him. The way he cared, the way he worked, the way he treated the world, it was real. Nothing she owned, no luxury, no trophy, had ever impressed her like this. She felt something shift inside her, a pull toward honesty, effort, and heart. For the first time, the wall she'd built around her life, the pride, the status, the obsession with perfection, started to crumble. And in the quiet between them, respect and curiosity grew. Without thinking, she reached out and placed her hand on his. It was small, gentle, but it said everything. Two worlds, so different, connected in a single touch. Jake looked at her hand, a small smile tugging at his lips. The night seemed to hold its breath, and the lights below flickered like they were watching this moment, knowing something had changed forever. The Charger sat under the city lights, its hood gleaming like glass. Evelyn and Jake stood side by side, the quiet night wrapping around them. For the first time, the distance between their worlds felt smaller, almost invisible. Evelyn let out a soft laugh. "I never thought a car could teach me so much about life, about what really matters." Jake didn't need to say anything. His presence, calm and steady, spoke louder than words. The way he looked at her, with quiet understanding, made her realize that some connections don't need explanations. In that moment, the morning's laughter, the teasing, the judgment, all of it melted away. What remained was simple, real, and rare: respect, understanding, maybe even the first stirrings of something more. Jake slid into the driver's seat and started the Charger again. The engine roared softly, a promise of the journey still ahead. Evelyn smiled, feeling the thrill of the road, the hum of the car, and the warmth of a bond she hadn't expected, but now couldn't ignore. The night was theirs, and the road ahead had just begun. The Charger roared down the open California road, headlights slicing through the dark. Evelyn leaned back in her seat, feeling the hum of the engine, the wind brushing past, and a thrill she hadn't felt in years. She smiled to herself. All her life, she'd chased perfection, perfect appearances, perfect image, perfect approval. But tonight, she realized something new. True beauty isn't about perfection. It's about being real, about effort, heart, and meaning. The car growled beneath them, alive, strong, and full of stories. Evelyn looked at Jake and understood. Real value isn't measured by price or status. It's in what lasts, what works hard, and what carries weight even when no one is watching. Side by side, they drove on. Two lives once divided by wealth and appearances now shared the same road. Something quiet had formed between them, a bond built on respect, effort, and heart. The Charger's engine purred, steady and sure, like a promise. Some journeys don't end, and some connections last forever.